The consortium's most sacred vault had stood untouched for 3 millennia, guarded by the finest warriors of 7 species. Located deep within the crystalline heart of Kepler 442b, the vault contained what the galactic community believed to be their most dangerous secret, technology so powerful it could reshape reality itself. Commander Zixathala of the Hegemony Guard flexed her 4 arms, each ending in razor-sharp talons that could slice through titanium. Her compound eyes surveyed the vault's entrance with mechanical precision. Beside her, Sergeant Krawl's chitinous exoskeleton gleamed under the artificial lights, his mandibles clicking in a rhythm that spoke of barely contained aggression. The other 5 guards represented the deadliest warriors their respective species could offer. They had all volunteered for this assignment, knowing it was likely a lifetime posting. None had ever expected to face a real threat. That changed when Captain Sarah Chen of the Terran Diplomatic Corps requested an audience. Impossible, Zixathala had declared when the request came through official channels. No species has ever been granted access to the Vault of Forbidden Knowledge. The danger is too great, but Chen was persistent. More troubling, she was clever. Instead of demanding entry through military might, something humans were increasingly known for, she had invoked an obscure provision in the Galactic Accords. Article 847b stated that any species facing extinction-level threats could petition the consortium for access to restricted technologies. Earth was dying. Solar fluctuations had destabilized the planet's climate beyond recovery. Humanity had perhaps 50 years before their homeworld became uninhabitable, and their colony ships could only save a fraction of their population. The Consortium Council had deliberated for months before reaching their decision. Humanity could attempt to access the vault, but only under the strictest conditions. They would send 1 representative. If that person could somehow bypass the guards and the vault's defenses through wit alone, no weapons, no violence, no technological assistance, then perhaps they possessed the wisdom necessary to wield what lay within. It was meant to be an impossible task, a face-saving gesture that would allow the Council to claim they had tried to help, while knowing that failure was inevitable. Chen stood before the vault now, a slight figure in a simple diplomatic uniform. She carried nothing but a small satchel and wore no protective gear. To the assembled guards, she looked laughably fragile, a creature of soft flesh and brittle bones, lacking the natural weapons that evolution had granted every other sentient species. "State your purpose," Zixathala commanded, her voice carrying the authority of countless generations of warrior priests. "I'm here for the key," Chen replied simply. Krawl's mandibles spread in what passed for a laugh among his kind. "There is no key, human. The vault responds only to a chorus of 7 distinct genetic signatures, each provided by a different species. Even if you somehow overcame all of us, which is impossible, you could never access what lies within." Chen nodded thoughtfully. "That's interesting. 7 signatures from 7 different species." She looked around at the guards with genuine curiosity. "Tell me, in all your centuries of guarding this place, have any of you ever wondered what's actually inside?" "Dangerous technology," Zixathala responded immediately. "Weapons that could unmake stars. Tools that could rewrite the fundamental laws of physics." "According to who?" The question hung in the air like a challenge. Zixathala's compound eyes narrowed. "According to the first builders, the species that created the vault before ascending to a higher plane of existence." "Did they tell you this directly?" "The knowledge was passed down through—" Zixathala stopped, her certainty wavering for the first time in centuries. "Through stories," Chen finished gently. "Legends. Myths passed from one generation to the next, growing more dramatic with each telling." She gestured to the vault's entrance, where ancient symbols pulsed with soft light. "Has anyone here actually read those inscriptions?" Silence fell over the chamber. The guards exchanged uncertain glances. Chen approached the vault door, her movement slow and non-threatening. "The symbols aren't warnings about dangerous weapons. They're instructions, a puzzle designed to test not martial prowess, but understanding." She traced one of the glowing symbols with her finger. "This one means cooperation. This one translates to unity, and this—" She touched the largest symbol at the center. Means together. Impossible, Sergeant Krall hissed. The ancient language has been lost for millennia. Not lost, Chen corrected. Forgotten. Humans have a peculiar talent for preserving old knowledge even when it seems useless. We're natural pack rats of information. She opened her satchel and withdrew a worn tablet. I spent 2 years cross-referencing these symbols with fragments found in archaeological sites across the galaxy. The message is actually quite simple. She looked around at the 7 guards, representatives of 7 different species, each believing they were protecting the galaxy from unspeakable danger. The vault doesn't contain weapons, Chen continued. It contains the accumulated knowledge of the first builders, their art, their philosophy, their scientific discoveries. Everything they learned about working together across species lines. But here's the clever part. The vault can only be opened when 7 different species choose to cooperate, to trust each other completely. Understanding began to dawn in Zixthala's ancient eyes. You see, the real test was never about fighting. You're way past Guardians, Chen explained. It was about convincing those Guardians to work with you. The first builders knew that any species capable of true interstellar cooperation would be worthy of their legacy. She gestured to the 7 guards. You've been the key all along, each of you representing your species' commitment to protecting something precious. But what you were really protecting wasn't dangerous technology. It was the potential for galactic unity. Commander Zixthala stared at the human for a long moment. Then, slowly, she placed one of her taloned hands on the central scanner. If you're wrong, then we'll face the consequences together, Chen said simply. One by one, the other guards joined them. 7 different species, 7 genetic signatures, 7 hands pressed against the ancient mechanism. The vault door sang with harmonic resonances as millennia-old systems awakened. The door opened. Inside, holographic displays flickered to life, showing not weapons of mass destruction, but libraries of knowledge, artistic masterpieces, and the collected wisdom of a species that had learned to value cooperation above conquest. As Chen stepped into the vault, she smiled. Humanity had always been good at bringing others together, even when they didn't realize that was what they were doing. It was, perhaps, their greatest strength in a galaxy that too often chose conflict over collaboration. The key to the consortium's greatest treasure hadn't been violence or cunning. It had been the very human ability to see potential friends where others saw only enemies. Behind her, 7 former Guardians became 7 partners in the greatest discovery in galactic history. And somewhere in the cosmos, the first builder's final lesson echoed through space. The greatest treasures are always shared.